I'm going for the SMITE, boys. Wish me luck.
What is going on, guys? Sinister here, back with another SMITE video, and it's time for the Ratatoskr Rework. Oh yes, it's happening. We heard rumors about it, and I am so hyped for this. Being a Rat player myself, I was looking forward to this. Although I love Rat in his current stage, some people may say he sucks. I love him. I guess because I am a console player, and so I guess people really don't know how to counter Rat. They see a Rat, and they're like, oh, it's a Rat. And then you just go in there and wreck them, and it's really nice. But yeah, like I said, I am a console player, so I don't have the rework yet. We're still on patch 3.7, 3.8 comes out soon, and the rework is on 3.9, so we'll have it eventually. So I can't show you his new abilities, well, same abilities, the rework. I can't show you the rework, but I'm going to show you his old stuff and read to you from the patch notes so you can kind of get a see and feel of what's really changed. So the main reason Rat was always considered, a shitty god was because of his passive. Now, it was great early game, the Acorn of Yggdrasil. You could buy 4 different ones, as you see from here. The Opal, which, did the lightning chain when you dashed. The Emerald, which is good for soul laners. It healed you on his Acorn Blast. Topaz, which no one really used. Actually, was it Topaz? What's my colors here? Yeah, Topaz, which no one really used. It stunned if you dashed through 2 successful times. It was kind of hard to hit. It stunned him for 1 second. And then the Sapphire, which the Acorn Blast stuck to the gods and would explode later for more damage. So, you heard me mention that the Topaz would stun. Other than that, that's the only CC Rat had, and no one ever used that because it was, the least useful. So it was a big problem with Rat, as well as the passive being the Acorn. You didn't have any CC as an assassin, so it was like, what's the point? But as passive, you had to buy the Acorns, and with that limited your item. And you couldn't sell the Acorn at all, so if you were solo laning and you were using the Emerald Acorn for healing, that was fine, but come late game when you want to do more damage and buy, say, the Opal or the Topaz, or Sapphire, or whatever, you can't sell it, and you're stuck with that, so essentially you're stuck buying 5 items instead of 6, like every other god in the game, and that was a bad thing. What they did, his passive, he still has the Acorn, but it's 1 branch, so instead of being able to choose from 4 Acorn, you have to buy the 1 Acorn. But that 1 Acorn is good. At max rank, it will give you 20% movement speed. So, you see here, boots will give you 18% movement speed. It gives you 2% more movement speed than the boots. And with Rat in the rework, you cannot buy boots, which it's not like, oh, let's just buy and get 38% movement speed. No, you cannot buy boots as Ratatoskr. Kind of sucks, but it's understandable seeing a little rat with 38% movement speed right off the bat. That would be a little OP. So your Acorn replaces the boots, gives you that movement speed, still gives you a lot of power. Let's see, I'm not quite sure what the power is. I'm trying to read it here. It does give you some power though. My guess would be, what is the one now? Like 50 power? I'm guessing 50 power, 40, 50, something like that. And since they removed that, they combined every Acorn into his abilities. So with your heal, with the Emerald, you don't have that anymore. But all of when you have the Acorn fully upgraded, it adds self-healing to your ability. So every time you use an ability, it does 20 healing as a base heal. So you hit an ability, it heals you for 20, plus 40% of your physical power, which is really nice. It's not like an insane amount of heal, but it's noticeable, and it definitely helps. So that gives you that sustain that Rat used to have. Not as great a sustain, with the Acorn Blast and Emerald, which is like crazy. You could have like 2 health left and heal yourself to over half with that thing. It was insane. But yeah, that was the change to his passive. Makes him nice. You have your full abilities now, because you don't have to buy boots, or your full items, so it makes Rat playable with that. The dart. Okay. Dart now. You dart through somebody, it resets, and you can dart through them once more. That's not the case anymore. Dart now stops on contact. You can still clear minions. So let's say this Odin right here, we're solo laning, there's a wave of minions right here. Countdown to the passive, or the, cooldown. Okay, I can clear the wave of minions, but as soon as I hit him, let's say I'm right here, as soon as I hit him, I stop. Which kind of think, oh, that kind of sucks. But no, it doesn't, because here's where his CC comes into play. As soon as I hit this Odin, it'll slow him for 3 seconds. Now it scales 20, 25, 30, 35, 40%. So at max rank, my dart will slow him for 40% for 3 seconds, and that is when I can basic attack his ass to death. Or not, because his dart will reset. The cooldown reduces 2 seconds for each enemy god hit by Flurry or Acorn Blast. So basically what the combo is, you dart in, you hit him, that's going to slow him. Acorn Blast, or sorry, Flurry, Acorn Blast, that's going to reduce it for 4 seconds. If you have max cooldown, by the time you hit a couple basics, you'll be able to dart away again. So that's nice. The dart isn't a dash through twice. If you hit it once, you can dash through again. It's not like that, but you can reset the cooldown of it by hitting abilities, which is rather nice. Now, the damage for the dart is 100, 140, 180, 220, 260. Now, when you compare it to that, it scales a lot higher. Sorry, plus 80% power. It scales a lot higher, as you see, but that's because here you're thinking 380. If I go through once, it's 190, twice, 380. I think, yeah, math. So it is ideally a little less powerful when you think about it, but it does have the stun, so it evens out. Or the slow, I mean. So that's the change to dart. Can't dart through, stops on hit, but it does slow him. The next change is to Flurry. Instead of the acorns coming out in a radiant thing and coming back, so, you know, the combo would be this, dash through, acorns come back to you. That's not how it works anymore. It's just a area, kind of like Sobek's Tail Whip. Similar to that, it's just an area. It's the same size, that big, and you can move while you're in it. You can get hit while you're in it. It hits 4 times. Now, the damage is 25, 40, 55, 70, and 85 plus 20% of your physical power. That's every time it hits. So you can do up to a little over 300 damage plus 40% of your power if you hit all 4 times. But this is what makes Rat so powerful in this rework. He can shred through tanks. Why, you ask, Sinister? Well, because at max rank, if you hit up to 4 times, he will reduce the enemy's physical protection by 24%. 24%. That's crazy. You hit him up to 4 times, it's 6% at max ranks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as it scales each time you hit him. So if you hit him 4 times at max rank, it'll go through 24% of their protections and deal damage, so you can shred tanks. So you dart in, it slows them, you hit them 4 times with this, there goes 24% of their protections, and then you're just shredding. So that's nice. The cost has kind of remained the same throughout, as well as the cooldown. Nothing's really changed there. The third one, Acorn Blast. The same thing, except the cone is smaller. It's about half this size. So that line right in the middle, if you take the right one or the left one, that's about how big it is. A little bigger, but not much. It only shoots out 3 now instead of 4. Now, if I hit him with 1, it'll do damage. If I hit him with 2, it'll do more damage. If I hit him with 3, it does even more damage. But if I hit him with all 3 acorns on the Acorn Blast, it stuns them for a second. Completely stuns them. There comes in more CC. So you already have the slow with his dart. Now you have a stun with his 3. So you can dart in, slow them, reduce their protections by 24%, and then stun them for a second, and then just go to town. And then let's say you're getting ganked. Well, you already casted your abilities, and you have max cooldowns. You'll be able to dart away. And you're 2% more faster than every god in the game, ideally, unless they're building like Stone Cutting Sword, or, you know, you got a Kali or something. So you'll be able to run away and get in and get out. It's really nice. So they, if you've been listening to the abilities, they've combined every single acorn with Opal, doing the more damage, stunning them, healing, everything. Your abilities heal now rather than the acorn. They made it so much better. They kept his abilities, just reworked them like they said. Do I personally think he's going to be broken? Yes. The combo is insane. The fact that you can go in, initiate, slow them right there, rip through their protections, stun them, and then just dash away, it seems a little broken. We're going to have to see. There's not much gameplay of it out there right now. There is some, so you can see how well they're doing, but from what I've seen, it's pretty broken. So I do expect a patch in the near future nerfing him a little bit, kind of like they did with his release. When his release was broken, hopefully they don't nerf him that much like they did, because he became almost unusable, unless you're someone who's very dedicated to using him like I am. One more update though, through the Cosmos. You thought the CCs and stuff were done? No. Through the Cosmos, now has a knockup. Yeah, damage is the same. Still 200, 263, 20, 380, 440. Scales up 80%, I believe, 70% of physical power. But when you land, we're going to do a little demonstration. When I land, see, he stays there. Now it knocks him up, very similar to Sylvanas' ult, that high. So you have more CC with that. I'm so excited to use Rat. And you know, I'm going to give you a basic build right here, what you could see, what a lot of things you'll see. Now that you don't have to, or now that you can't buy boots, my ideal build, what I'm going to use, you know, get the acorn. I think it has that logo of the opal. So you get your acorn, you can't buy boots. Get Transcendence, you know, get your mana up, build those stacks. Go ahead and get Uten's Wrath. But now, this is where it comes in handy, because before you only had really 5 things to buy. Now that you still have 6, you don't understand what I'm saying. You can expand more on your Rat ability. If you want to build even more crit, more power, go ahead. But one thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get Breastplate of Valor. You know, make your boxing more powerful. Give you that 75 protection, give you more mana, and you'll have 40% cooldown with Uten's Wrath and Breastplate. So it'll give you that, and then, you know, go ahead, finish off with maybe Bloodforge and Deathbringer. Bloodforge, because that's the Assassin's go-to now. Like I said, I'm on console, so I don't have the update. But Bloodforge did go from 40 physical power to 75. The passive is, if you kill somebody, you gain a shield, I believe, and like 20% movement speed. So it's insane. Finish off with Deathbringer. Anything you want, you can build Rat how you want now, because you don't have to get the boots. The acorn replaces that. It's so nice. So you'll be able to do a lot of damage with Rat. A good combo you're going to see, you dash in, slow them, rip through their protections with Flurry, you're spinning around like a little squirrel. If you can hit them with all 3, go ahead and stun them, basic attack them. If they're not dead, keep going. And if you're in trouble, by then, your dash will be reset by all of your abilities. You can just run away to safety. It's going to be so nice, probably broken, but only time will tell. They'll probably nerf it in the future. I'm super excited. I cannot wait for this patch to come out. I'm going to play Rat all the time right now to get really, really good with him, because I've just dabbled with him recently. I haven't been dedicated to playing him, so that's going to wrap up the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the subscribe button and give it a like if you would. Social media links are in the description. I do stream almost every night with my friends. We play a lot of Conquest, Clash, or anything. Commentary is real funny, so be sure to follow me on Twitch, like I said. Sorry I am on console and I can't give you the rework now, but I think this is something nice. You can see what his old abilities are, me showing you, and then I read the rework to you, so you can kind of compare in your head what the differences are. But other people have the full thing. PC players have it out there. Raid Day Gaming is, you know, the first one I watch. I'll link his channel and video in the description of his Rat rework demo, so you can really see that. So that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. I think I already did my outro. Subscribe, all that nonsense, and until next time, guys, thank you for the support, and I'll see you again soon.